We are back on the high school rivalries presented by EPB Fiber Optics. Thursday night, Notre Dame taking on Boyd Buchanan here at Boyd Field. It's the only game in town, but we've got several games going on. Here's the action that you can see tomorrow night on Friday night. Several great high school games, as we said, that you can attend. Make sure to get out and see one of those. But right now, I'm going to send it back up to the booth to Chris and Scott.
Thank you very much, Dave Keelan. It's time to take a look at the strengths and the weaknesses for both Boyd Buchanan and Notre Dame. Who better, Scott, to find out the strengths and weaknesses of these programs than their respective head coaches, Grant Reynolds from Boyd Buchanan and Charles Fant from Notre Dame?
Right now for us, the strength is defense. I mean, our defense, Coach Bo Campbell, I can't say enough about what he does to prepare our young men. Our guys fly around. I mean, there's always 8, 9, 10 hats at every ball. And when we've been really struggling offensively for these probably last 3 or 4 weeks, and last week was our first time that I felt offensively we did what we were supposed to do. And so our strength is our defense.
I think the strength of this year's team is we've got kids that they want to learn and they want to get better. You know, they'll come up to us and ask questions after practice. They have a good attitude right now, even though we're 1-2. You know, it's really not, they haven't bottomed out. And I think that the strength of our team is that they want to be pleasers and they want to get better.
We're not deep on the guys up front, and you know that's where the game is won. So I always tell people we're going to go as far as injuries will take us, and not just injuries up front. And that hurt us the first game. It almost hurt us the second game, but then we got a couple kids back that were hurt. Last game, it was like completely different. I mean, it was unreal how different it is when you can put those guys back in.
I just think the weakness right now is that we haven't played a lot of snaps together, you know, and so I think experience is probably a weakness. And the more playing time these kids get, I'm hoping that they're going to get better with time.
To Dave Keelan for the latest. Dave?
All right, guys, let's take a look at the starting lineup for Notre Dame on offense. The starting quarterback is number 7, Clay Heltzel. He'll be backed up in the backfield by Austin Banks and number 5, Ricky Ballard. The leading receiver for Notre Dame is number 1, Kareem Orr. He will be teamed up with Chris Hornsby. He's the other wide receiver. And on the front line for Notre Dame on offense, the tight end is Brandon Harris. The left tackle is Robert Murphy. The left guard is Hunter Stoltman. The center is Nick Grannon. Right guard is Robert Kidwell. Offensive tackle, Joe Dossett. On defense for Notre Dame, again, they run a 3-4 defense. The defensive tackle, number 55, Joe Dossett. Nose tackle, Robert Kidwell. And on the other side of the front is number 9, Chris Hornsby. The linebacking core consists of this: number 22, Brandon Harris. Inside linebacker, Tyler Enos. The other inside linebacker, Keely Green. And on the outside, Josh Russell. In the defensive backfield, the cornerback, number 4, Jared Andrews. The safety, number 8, Anthony Flemister. Safety, Kareem Orr. And the other side is Ricky Ballard. On offense for Boyd Buchanan, the quarterback is number 1, Jim Cardwell. We talked about him. He's the leading passer, leading rusher, pretty much the all-everything guy for Boyd Buchanan. The running back core is Cameron Pope. He is a senior. And the other running back's number 3, Austin Jackson. Wide receivers consist of number 16, Chris Lyon, number 21, Damaris Macon. And the front for Boyd Buchanan on offense is tight end Jack Keebler, Calvin Kahn. The guard is Caleb Davis, center Jordan Raines, Brandon Sperling filling in for freshman Kel Stott, who tore a labrum earlier this week. They are sitting him out this week. They're hoping that he can come back after their off week next week. And the right tackle is Alex Rowland. Defense for Boyd Buchanan. Up front, they run the 4-4 defense. Defensive tackle is number 56, Calvin Kahn. Skylar Anderson, defensive end, Christian Richards, and Jack Keebler. The other linebackers, Jacob Gambrell, Brandon Sperling, Jake Harden, Austin Jackson. And the corners are Ethan Cochran, Brogan Baker, and the safety, Jim Cardwell. We're going to go to break. Stay with us. We'll be back with more high school rivalries presented by EPB Fiber Optics.
High school rivalries on the CW Chattanooga, brought to you in part by Chattanooga State.